Hi my friends, today we'll model this part, inferior bearing, which has a shape similar with the previous one, superior bearing. Let's see the part. It is here. As you can see, again we have mid part and two legs for connecting with other elements of the construction. The drawing presents the part and enough views to have all the dimensions here. There is a note, all is symmetrical with one exception, the whole M8, this hole. In other words, if I imagine a plane, a mid-plane between these two axes, everything is symmetrical about this plane with the exception of this hole. On the other hand, symmetry is about this plane to the left and right of the part. Okay, let's model this part. The plane is XY for the first construction. A line from this point, center line, to the right, then normal lines, not perpendicular. I keep control pressed, the key control, and nothing is automatic, as you know from my previous tutorials at the beginning. Okay, the drawing is with 75, the distance from here. I create this contour revolving this area with dimensions from here. Yes, 21 degrees is the cone, 94 this dimension, 15 degrees, 20 millimeters, and 75. Let's create dimensions. So 94 is this. Home, 86 this, but the angle is here. I didn't start with angles, this is my fault. 15 here and 11 divided by 2 the other angle. Good. This is 75. And the last is 20 here. Okay, as you can see, fully constrained. Now is very interesting. Be careful. I draw a simple line here. I make it construction line. I apply an angle of 100 divided by 2 You see, this angle is 100. I want to create the bisector line to use it for applying mirror. What mirror? Everything. About what line? About one of the selected line, no problem. Apply. Done. Now, finish sketch, F6, revolve this area about this axis plus this area about this axis. Okay, very good, a good start. We have here a good start. Another sketch, self-defined, and revolve the closed area. About is waiting for me. This blue line says, look, I know everything, show me the axis. The axis is this. Full circle? Yes, full circle. You see here, this will be developed as a sphere inside the actual volume. No problem. Okay. Good. Next is this volume with the dimensions here. As you can see, the plane is on the center point. So we create this contour on that plane. 30 degrees, radius 145, 14, 15 degrees. Okay, the plane is this one, which contains the center point. We draw two lines, 1, 2, then an arc with the center in the center point from one line to the other. Project the y-axis, and then dimensions 30 degrees and 30 degrees, (145). Extend a line and a contour. 1, 2, 3, but not construction lines and not default construction. Then angles. This is 15. The point, the midpoint is on the vertical, and then equal. Dimensions 45 is this, 45, and aligned is 14. Good. Fully constrained. Now be careful. I apply split for this line. And now I have 1 dimension needed. Here the same, 2 dimensions needed. Why? Because they are not aligned anymore. Now I align them, and they are fully constrained. Y split to apply construction line for this. Finish sketch, and the dimension is 70 sharp. 70 from that plane to this face. Extrude 70. Okay. Now the connection is this. Yes. If we take a look to the part, we see that connection. 3 degrees is the angle here between these two, and the other dimensions are in the drawing here. 25, 3 degrees, and 45 is the dimension of this. Okay, the plane is XY. F7, and we draw a line from that point to this point, and another sloped line to here and back, horizontal, and coincident with the center point. I hope this is also coincident. Yes, it is. 3 degrees, and 25 millimeters from here. 25, and now fully constrained. What is the thickness? The thickness is 16, and don't forget this radius of the connection rib. How can I call it? You see, symmetrical is this all. Good. 16. Extrude, symmetrical on 16. Okay, then let's round with the radius 8, not 8 but 16 divided by 2. We use exactly the dimensions in the drawing. Okay, now we can add some fillets. Here, let's see, radius 8 is down and up, and then 5 is here. Let's place that fillets. This is 8. I write 8 here. Also 8, and up all the contour. Good. Plus this is 5. Okay. Now I'll mirror this to have the other volume finished. Here, in order to create a hollow inside this, I create the symmetry plane as the mid plane between this one and this one. Mirror of extrusions and 2 fillets about this plane. Okay, we'll use the plane, it is here, but now we don't want to see it. Okay, let's apply manually fillets here of 5 and here okay, and also 5 to these 3 edges. Good. Now this interior hollow, which has 40, 72 as dimensions and 68. Yes, let's apply, and a chamfer of 1. Good. XY plane, F7 and lines. The first one is center line, from center point to the midpoint. Then normal lines, 1, 2, 3 and back. This is not necessary. This is okay, this is okay, so we can apply dimensions. 72, 68 and 40. Now we apply the same scheme. A line from the center point to somewhere, and then the angle of 100 divided by 2, not construction, and mirror of everything about this line. Apply. Done. Done. Finish sketch. Revolve. This area. This axis, cut, plus the other area, the other axis, and okay. Now there is a corner here, you see, which can be solved as before with this sketch and a revolve. is weighted the axis. This is the axis. Cut, not join. Spherical, no problem. We don't disturb anything. Okay. Now the chamfer of 1 to both here, and another dimension is radius 0.5. One is here, 0.5, and the other is this one. Okay. Before to go further, let's take a look of this fillets. You see this is missing. It must be 8. Let's apply 8. 8 is the last, like here, and then plus this, which must be 5 on both sides. Okay, now is good. We continue with the holes. 15, 18 are dimensions of length. Metric 6 on a diameter of 83, 4 of them on each face. Let's do it. Sketch, point on no lines, vertical, and 83 divided by 2 is the dimension. Finish sketch, hole, metric 6, 18, everything is okay. I did it before. Good. Okay. Circular pattern of this hole about this axis, 4 of them. Okay. The other holes are placed on this plane, which is placed at 60 minus 50, which means 10, from here down. And they are metric 10, 2 of them, at an angle of 25 degrees. Let's start with this 2. We create a plane from this face, plane at minus 60 plus 50. In this plane we create a sketch, F7, line to the center point. We project geometry, which is the axis Y, this axis, and this arc. Trim the lines, 25 both, fully constrained. Finish sketch. Axis, this is an axis, and axis, this is the second. Yes. Now the plane is no more necessary to be visible, neither the sketch. We create 2 points on the first axis and the cylindrical face, and another one on the other axis and the same cylindrical face. Why? To create a hole, threaded hole of metric 10, not on a distance but 2. We select a point, an axis, and a 2. And this is the first hole, plus the other point, the other axis, and the other 2. Okay, these are the 2 holes. Let's go here. Work axis to work point to be not visible. You see the holes here. The other hole is placed in the same plane at 50, but this is through, up, but I wait to create this at the end because this is unique. Let's create this one for the moment, which is metric 8 at a distance of 60 from the back plane. 60, yes. So I create a sketch here, F7 point on the same horizontal with the center point at a distance of 60. Finish sketch, hole, metric 8, through, full depth of the thread. The position is already selected. Okay, all these 3 holes, 1, 2, 3, and this 4 must be mirrored about this plane. Yes? So, mirror, circular pattern, and the unique hole, plus 1, 2, 3 holes. What is the mirror plane? This is. Yes, and we see the ghosts of that holes, and now really the holes. The other last hole is, as I said, this one, metric 8, pitch 1, through. The thread is on 15. Okay, let's find the plane this is the plane where we create a sketch with a line from this point to this arc, automatically projected. Finish sketch. Axis and a point at the intersection of the axis with this cylindrical face. Now I don't want to see the plane and the sketch. Where is the point? Oh, I made it not visible. Okay. Hole, metric 8 with a finer pitch, through, and 15 is the depth of the thread, placed on this point with this direction. Yes, and it goes up through the part outside. Okay, let's make this not visible to eliminate the garbage in our model. F6, and I suppose we finished the part. Yes, this is the part. F6, material steel cast, general aspect steel cast, and some faces must be machined. I select them now. I keep pressed the shift button when I select these faces. Oh, there are here other two. You see, and also these two cylindrical faces to be polished. Verifying the model, I observed a mistake. You see, the first sketch has a wrong dimension. This is 21, which means half of it must be other value. Here is 11 divided by 2, and the dimension in the drawing is 21 divided by 2. Now I can select eye properties to see the final real values. You see the volume here. I'm sorry for the mistake, but better to be late than never. This is all for today. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.